So, understanding your author brand. Um, your author brand is basically your unique voice and how you want to present yourself to the world, whether it be in person or digitally. It's a consistent message that you want to convey to your readers or potential future readers of your materials. It's basically what you value, it is your value. So, in order to set up your author brand, you really kind of need to do some of your own soul searching and to understand what it is you're trying to do. So, there's a little bit of self reflection in there. And once you decide, this is who I am on my platform, you have to consistently maintain that voice over all of your platforms. So while your content might change depending on what social media platform that you're on, you do need to keep in mind that you have brand consistency to consider. And I think it's important when you're developing that brand that you are authentic. And that will make it easier for you to just be you on the different platforms. Because if you try to choose to be something that is not authentic, people are going to see right through it. And your chances of being inconsistent are higher. Because you're going to slip up if you're trying to be something that you're not. So making sure that you're authentic with your readers and your audience, it builds trust and a connection with them, and I think it's very important. So you want to make sure that you define your brand message. So what are your core values as an author? You need to decide what those are. Um, are you wanting to have highly creative products? Is it integrity? Is it empathy? Or is it adventure? I think a lot of mine is adventure. Because I do a lot of the game design and tabletop RPGs too. A lot of my stories and my brand is adventure. And that'll help you create a tagline. So, your memorable tagline that kind of um, encapsulates your brand. And so, my tagline is, your adventure is the page turn away. And that's a great kind of tagline, and it encapsulates my core values, which is reading should be an adventure. Um, Another thing you can do is work on your elevator pitches, coming up with a nice, compelling story for who you are and what your books are about. It introduces yourself to new readers and also industry professionals as well. If you're looking to go traditional publishing, you're going to need to have a good elevator pitch to be able to capture the heart and soul of your work and to sell it to somebody and make them love it as much as you do. There is a visual component to your brand. It's the first thing that people think of whenever you talk about a brand. That's your logo. Do you have a logo, an author logo, a business logo, and do you have colors? So I have specific colors and I have a logo, and that's constantly used everywhere consistently. A lot of times, if you do like a bigger event, let's say Origins Game Fair, they always want you to upload your logo. I don't think you want to not have a logo. It makes you recognizable in the space, especially if you use it continuously. You have your website design, which is also going to reflect your logo and your colors. And that should also be reflected in, book covers, maybe on the back of the book. I always use my logo on the back of the book. Making sure that you're delivering consistent value. So if you're constantly delivering content that's of great value, then people will continue to come back. They will be engaging, and you can reward them with exclusive content, and they will give you back, in likes and follows, etc., shares. Building trust and liability, or I'm sorry, trust and loyalty, not liability. So it makes you reliable, right? They know that you can produce books. They know that you can produce blogs. They know that they are going to get exactly what they expect whenever you deliver. They're going to get a level of transparency that you're going to be open and honest with your readers. There are times that I have to move back release dates, and I'm usually honest about that. Hey, I was sick the entire month of July, so I didn't get a lot done. I apologize. Or if something like severe weather and you just couldn't get to it, things happen. Just be transparent and honest, and develop those personal connections with your reader. You can leverage your different platforms in establishing your brand with your social media, your email newsletter, your author website. All of that should be consistent. And the great thing is that you can measure your success with analytics and reader feedback, and you can make adjustments as need be. If something resonates really well and something else does not, maybe you eliminate that, and kind of you can phase things in and out as long as you maintain the base level core that can not change significantly without a complete rebranding. And that can be done. You can rebrand. Companies do it all the time. But it is difficult to do, and it's difficult to communicate, and it's hard to distance yourself from the old branding. It's always going to kind of be there and follow along with you. So something always to consider. But if you want that professional, polished look and feel, and you want this writing career to be a professional career, you do need to establish your brand as an author and stick to it.